Hello YouTube, I'm Nassim. Today I'm going to be making New York style pizza dough. Let me run you guys through the list of the ingredients. I'm going to be using 4.5 cups of bread flour, 2 teaspoons of active dry yeast, 2 teaspoons of sea salt, and 2.5 cups of water. So let me take this all to the KitchenAid and get started. Let's take the water, and add the yeast, mix it a little bit, and then we're going to let it sit for maybe 5 to 10 minutes so it gets frothy and we know that it's active. Okay, so it's been a good 10 minutes. The yeast is mixed pretty well with the water. We're going to add the flour now. Just dump it all in. Then we're going to want to put this on the lowest speed and mix it all together until it becomes well incorporated. We're going to cover it with a tea towel and let autolyse, which means just sit and get wet from the water. Absorb up all the water into the flour for 20 minutes. Just let it rest. Okay, so the dough has sit for about 20 minutes. What we're going to do now is put in the salt. And we're going to knead it on the lowest setting in total for about 12 minutes, adding about 1/4 cup of flour during the first 6 minutes as needed. So we'll give this 12 minutes total. Remember, in the first 6 minutes, occasionally add a little bit of the flour. So the dough has been mixing for 12 minutes total. It's ready. Let's take it out, put it onto the surface, and ball it up. We're going to dump it out. Don't be surprised, it's a very wet dough. So, we've got our dough on the well-floured surface, we've got a scraper, and we've got extra flour. We're just going to flour the top, we're going to fold it. We want to use the least amount of flour possible. After a little bit, the dough is going to pick up a nice texture. We're going to roll it into a ball into itself. Flour our hands in the ball a little bit. Just keep tucking it under. So we're going to cover this with a tea towel and let it rise for 2 hours, which will be the first proofing. After that, we'll divide the dough into balls, and we'll put what we don't use in the freezer or in the fridge for a few days. And then the rest we'll let rise for another hour before we use it. So it's been a couple hours now. We're going to take the top off. Wow, this dough has really multiplied in size. It's huge. We're going to take our dough cutter and divide this dough into fourths. Round the dough out into balls and put them into bags. Put them into the fridge for up to 3 days. We're going to need plenty of flour for this. Put some flour on the top of the dough with a dough hook. Grab each one. Make it a ball into itself. Tighten up at the bottom. And then round out. Finally, the fourth one. Finally, we're going to bag them up. Put each one in a bag. So the dough has finally risen for 2 hours. We cut it, we portioned it, balled it, and put it in a bag. We're just going to pop this into the fridge for up to 3 days, or at the very least we put it out on the counter for 1 hour before we use it. But we can have it in the fridge up to 3 days, take it out and put it on the surface for an hour, let it warm up to room temperature, and then make whatever we want. Stromboli, pizza, calzone, etc. So anyway, I'm going to pop this in the fridge for a few days, and I'll be making something with it at that time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.